First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
In the dark of the night we rise again, a shogun and a raven unbroken, my friend. Gothic tales and truths collide, through the shadows we confide. Breaking chains, defying lies, through the asylum our voices rise. Pop culture's veil we tear apart, unfiltered minds, Gothic hearts. They try to silence, try to divide, but the shogun and raven will never hide. Critique and chaos we embrace, together we'll rewrite this space. Rise from the ashes of the past, a bond unyielding will outlast. With the shogun to lead, the raven to soar, unstoppable voices forever roar. Step into the dark where the shadows gleam, Gothic Therapy chasing dreams. Rise through the storm, we'll ignite the flame. The shogun and the raven, remember the name. For the lost, the silence, the shame, through satire and wit we'll reclaim the game. From Yu-Gi-Oh to the Witcher's lore, we shatter illusions, demand something more. Dark and bold we draw the line, healing through laughter, Gothic design. Raven's words and the Shogun's stance, together we fight a Gothic hearts dance. The ass in the coat, with a mind like fire. Raven with the pen, lifting hearts higher. Discord's alive, the asylum grows. Our voices unite as the shadow flows. Final rise from the ashes of the past. Our bond unyielding will outlast. With the shogun to lead, the raven to soar, unstoppable voices forever roar. Step into the dark where the shadows gleam, Gothic Therapy chasing dreams. Rise through the storm, we'll ignite the flame. The shogun and the raven, remember the name. Remember the name. From the ashes of the past, our bond unyielding will outlast. With the shogun to lead, the raven to soar, unstoppable voices forever roar. Step into the dark where the shadows gleam, Gothic Therapy chasing dreams. Rise through the storm, we'll ignite the flame. The shogun and the raven, remember the name.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking, and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too, or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS and raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof, with sharp wit and insight, we're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Secrets in the asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside, we'll tear down the facade pop culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark, join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master and Light and your Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, seekers of the asylum,
For those searching for salvation,
or embracing the insane.
you've come to the right place.
Well, it's a bit earlier than we normally stream, isn't it?
Yes, but that's only because we have birthday dinner reservations.
I'm going to be taking Raven out to a fancy restaurant for her birthday. So
He wants to spoil me, even
Yep.
though he technically does. Regardless,
I want to spoil you more.
I'm okay with that.
And it's good food. I get to eat it too. So it's
I
a
know,
win-win
I
for
know.
me.
I know, that place is so good.
But yeah, so we're live just a bit earlier. After this week, obviously, we'll be going back to our regular time of 7 p.m. Pacific time. It's just that way we specifically have extra time because our reservations for 6. So that's where we will be going there. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's why we're live early. I see everybody's talking about the chat's hilarious already.
I don't know. I missed the chat.
No, the chat's hilarious. They're already saying like master is the master of love. You know?
Oh, ha ha.
Hey, it's better than being called master of the Trump derangement syndrome. That's at least what
But you like to own that sometimes. Anytime someone in a video mentions that someone has major TDS, you always say, hey, don't look at me.
I say it in privacy. Thanks for ruining that.
Why? I
I'm
thought
joking.
it was funny.
I'm joking.
Nah.
But yeah, so just a quick kind of explanation. We're going to be kind of doing things as usual, obviously. And Raven wanted to do the stream. And I'll be completely honest, we had thought about like having guests and making it like a big thing like we did for my 30th. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just didn't have it in me after
That's
the surgery.
fair. That's totally fair. We can always do it for next year on my 30th.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea.
It's
But
the last year I can brag about being in my 20s. That's
some of us are already past that point.
why I like to brag about it. And next year I can't.
Oh no, I feel so bad. But yeah, so yeah, for those who don't know or new here or whatever, basically I had a surgery last week. It was not fun. Not fun at all. I had an eye surgery and it was for a condition. And long story short, I wish they'd given us just a bit more of a heads up about how painful it would be. The first night was really bad.
Because they basically, right after, gave him numbing drops and didn't tell us that the numbing effect was going to wear off in 20 minutes.
Which, again, is kind of a known thing, but they could have said, like, oh, it's going to wear off and your eyes are going to, like, hurt, like, a lot.
And
so,
it's
like,
basically
you should
going
take
to
something
feel
now.
like your skull is being split open.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, you know, maybe they should have given me the medication, like, before that happens.
Yeah,
Instead of
your mom was driving us, and she literally had to pull over to get the pain meds out of the trunk because you were in so much pain.
Yeah, but again, we're not going to go into it too much. Just so you guys do know, that first night was terrible. Since then, I've been recovering pretty well. I haven't had any pain. Still have to do like eye drops and stuff like that, but that's I'm going to have to do for a couple months. But basically, I'm doing a lot better. Not in any pain right now. I will say my left eye's a little bit blurry, but that kind of makes sense. I'm going for a follow-up appointment on Monday, and I think they have like a bandage like contact lens they put in my eye, which they're going to remove, and so maybe that'll make it better. I don't know, but long story short, the pain is gone, and that's the most important part because that was not fun.
Yes. No, it was not for any of us.
Yeah, and it's been difficult to like read and stuff like that. So and stuff like because the eyes get very dry.
Yeah, literally yesterday. Because on Shabbos we have, if anyone's new here, we're Orthodox Jewish, we're Sabbath observant, keep kosher, all the works, and so we don't use any technology on Saturdays. So all we can do is eat, sleep, and read. Master couldn't read very long, so he spent most of the day sleeping instead.
I mean, I didn't mind sleeping and it helped me recover my strength and, whatever. But like, I just didn't have enough strength to try to run after people and try to get them to agree to come on a stream at like last minute. So maybe for next year, we'll plan something for specific, but this is going to be kind of a normal-ish stream. That's pretty much it. But obviously, you're welcome to send in happy birthday super chats, messages, whatever you want to do. And we're going to go into a couple topics. We did have a topic come up at the last minute that we decided not to cover because it was just simply too gross
and stupid.
Yeah, so maybe we'll cover. Maybe we'll cover that. I don't think we will.
No, I don't wanna.
But yeah, like we normally, you're the boss. You get to have the boss. It's your
woohoo! And I demand we do not cover that story.
Okay, good. I don't want to cover it either. But let's get into the chats like we normally do, and then we'll move into our first topic stuff. We do have 2 media therapies for today instead of just one.
I mean, to be fair, last week we had 2 game therapies. So
yeah. So we're gonna get into all that now. And hope you guys like the new intro. We have one more new intro, and then I think I'm gonna be done with them because we have 8 of them now, and I don't think we need more.
You're totally gonna end up making more. You know it.
You're ruining my whole facade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, honey, you want to set a timer for 10 minutes?
Sure. One moment, please. Sorry, your sister was also texting me constantly, poke, 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 every second, so I had to silence my phone.
Why was she saying poke?
I don't know. I think she was just bothering me for birthday wishes, even though I already said thank you to her happy birthday.
Say something nice.
I did. I said thank you. And then she was just
more nice.
Poke, poke, poke. I love your sister, but she was driving me crazy.
Say something more nice. Okay. Let's go into the chat.
I'll do it later. 10 minutes starting now.
Okay. So we have Ash's happy 21st birthday. It's her 29th birthday. But hope you have a blessed one, a wonderfully blessed day. I will say she doesn't look a day over 21.
Aw, why thank you.
You gotta work with what you got, guys.
It's all the makeup, isn't it?
No, you just look that way.
Aw, why thank you, darling.
Pickle Man, hope Raven gets a nice new beanie or upgrades to a beret.
I do have a beret, but it's really, really tight. And I cannot adjust the elastic without ruining its hold on my head. So I rarely wear it.
Yeah, but it's fine. And we already got some special cake that she wanted, and I got her a card and other stuff. So
I've been getting birthday gifts in the mail today too.
Yeah, but also obviously we're gonna go out later, and that's my birthday gift to her. We're gonna go all fancy, so it's gonna be like we rarely do that, so it's gonna be like an all fancy. Like,
I am literally wearing my corset for this.
Do you need to say that?
I wanted to. I have no idea how long I've wanted. You know how long I wanted one of these belts. And I finally got one, so you better be darn sure that I'm wearing it.
All you said to me is, when I said it's business casual, you said, can I wear the corset? I said, if it works with your outfit. And you're like, can I wear the corset? I'm like, again, if it works with your outfit. And you just didn't seem to get the whole concept of that the outfit needs to work on its own. And if that can make it better, then great. If not, no.
But you said I looked good. So that means the corset works.
Yes, you look fine. I just find it so funny, your priorities. It's like, I want my corset. It's like, okay.
I'm good. Yes, I know my priorities are completely out of whack.
Yes, we know this. Okay, let's keep going. Insanity Poster Supreme came by to say hi. Well, hello.
Thank you.
Neo Dark Matter says, happy birthday, Raven. Oh, and hi, Master. Well, at least I'm an afterthought. Swift -1 waving. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going, guys? Is it Proctifile? Good.
We are well.
Sassy says, happy birthday, girly.
Thanks.
Servant of God 77 says, well, it's been an insane week and I work carts at Walmart. So, oof.
My condolences to your sanity.
Oof. Christmas season and that. Oof. UK Gamer says, hail to all. Hail to you.
Mm-hmm.
Karasushiro with his wrench says, hello, Master, and happy birthday, Raven.
Thank
hello, you, sir.
Also, Karasu, I got the game. I've downloaded it. I have not yet played it. I'm saving it for later. Because my
Yeah.
husband knows that once I start, it will be very hard to get me to shut off my computer.
It'll be very hard to speak to you because you'll be stuck in Warhammer 40k universe and never speak to me again.
Karasushiro gifted me Space Marine 2. Yeah, that's right. I haven't played Space Marine 2 yet.
Oh my
Thanks you,
goodness.
Karasushiro.
We're getting some crazy super chats that we have to get to, so let's keep moving. We
Okay.
have Hornstar says hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
Griffon Turbo says hey yo and happy birthday.
Thank
We'll
you.
get to the super chats after everybody. We say hi to everybody.
6 minutes.
Let's see. Hey yo and happy birthday to Raven. Says
Thank
am I
you.
walking? Macy Van Dusen says I'm embracing the insane. We're all mad here.
Please tell me the mic caught that.
Yeah, partially. Hammer Biotech says good man. A happy wife is a key to a happy life. That's correct.
Except in our relationship, the husband is always right.
Yes. And yes, she just admitted that on stream. We now have live video footage. We have footage of it. We have recorded audio footage of it now that I can use over. I can like point to anytime someone asks that I'm like blackmailing her or whatever. No, it's her birthday and she said that. Okay, there you go. Chris Styles, hello, Master and Raven. Raven have a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Josie D. G with a party face. Black Reaper Kai is here. Says hey to you.
Hello.
Johnny Ortiz says hey.
Hello.
I'll be lurking. Happy birthday, Raven. That's
Thank
great.
you. And don't mind, we appreciate lurkers.
Mailer D883 says TDS, you could always make a small bit of your avatar playing in an accordion if you want to troll people. Well, hopefully in the future, I'm still my VTuber avatar is mostly finished. It just have some kinks to work out, so hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more things with it and make fun of people. But then again, I don't need the help. UK Gamer says, "My God, y'all still young pups."
Which is why I like to brag.
Let's keep going. Did they use a potato peeler on your eyes? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say no comment, but yeah, they kind of had to peel off a layer. Don't ask. I think good. Keep going down. I know that people are saying other things, but I'm trying to get through. Warren Thorguns, but now my morbid curiosity is screaming at me. Or what? Raven is always the boss. We'll see.
Nope.
Raven demands a Warhammer stream. Oh really? Oh really? A Warhammer stream?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
It's my birthday, and I demand you not use that clip whenever someone talks about Warhammer.
Oh really? You know what I have to say about that?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
How did I know you were going to do that?
You set yourself up for it. It's your fault.
Meh.
If you're talking about the Ryan Reynolds' wife story, pro upload a video about it. No. I was talking about the weird Harley Quinn farting comic.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
Tool says, "Hi Raven, if you have to put him down, do it quiet." Okay. Janice says, "Anyway, with that, I go to sleep as I got no sleep last night. Enjoyed the psych session, everyone."
He's talking about the super chat he sent.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to it. Thank you for super chat, but we'll get to it. Benji Alucard 1068 says, "Good evening to you, two of you. Good evening to you."
Good evening. Or, well, for us this afternoon.
Jose Taka with his wrench. Happy birthday. He says, "Happy birthday, Raven."
Thank you.
Did you already talk about Superman? Also, hi. No, we're getting to it. Corset, what are you from the 18th century?
I like Victorian stuff. I'm goth.
No, TDS. The correct reply is, of course you can wear it. Geez, you have a lot to learn. It's a belt, okay?
It's a clip-on belt. I've always wanted one, and I finally had an opportunity to get one, so I did. And now I'm still looking for opportunities to actually wear it out of the house.
All I'm gonna say is the last time you decided to like wear something or whatever. I'm sorry. I'm always going to be the one to police to at least point out what you're wearing, not because I think that I have to, but because after that one time you brought your coffin purse into a hospital, I think we're going to be much more careful with that. Fair?
I know.
Yes, she actually did this. She had a coffin purse and didn't realize that she should probably not bring it into a hospital, and she did. So,
When visiting my grandma in the hospital.
oops. Casey Van Johnson says, "Yep, these two are definitely married." What?
After
Really?
that, he got me a new purse.
Lee Mayo, good evening, sinners, says Basilos
Hi.
Alexios. 3M5000, am I late? No, you're just on time. Sergio JP, clip that. Quick, delete the VOD. Russ Williams says I can actually watch this time.
Yay.
How much do we have left?
A minute and a half.
Okay, I'm going as quick as I can. Dom TV 2010 says happy birthday, Raven. Geek archivist Xavier Pierce says happy birthday, Writing Raven.
Thank you both.
Big oops. Yeah. Lola Coffin, the person at the hospital. Yes, she has actually done this. This actually happened. Okay. So I'm sorry if I'm going to be extra careful about what she wears and where she wears it. Okay. Sorry.
Your father was the one who said I should have some kind of spooky doll inside that purse.
But not in a hospital.
I didn't realize until we were leaving.
By then it's a bit too late. You're supposed to recognize it before we leave.
It was my purse. I didn't think anything of it. That purse has since fallen apart, but I do like the purse I have now. Thank you, darling.
Turtle Brandon says, "Yo, lol." That's like taking Superman on a tour of a nuclear power plant. No, kryptonite nuclear power plant. I think we caught everybody. I apologize if we didn't. We're trying to get through. How much time do we have left?
It's gonna go off in 10 seconds.
It's worth it for the story. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna get to the super chats now then. Okay, we have a $5 super chat from Macy Van Dosen. Says happy birthday to the Raven who writes with a with a good kitty and then laughing kitty and a bunch of emojis.
Thank you, sir.
We have Karasushiro has been a member for 28 months. That is crazy.
Woo!
Thank you. Spoil her a lot. She deserves it. And you too. Well, I already planned to. I
do spoil him in return, so.
Like, we're talking steak tonight, okay? Like, that's spoiling. We're talking
really
steak.
Delicious, juicy steak.
If you're wondering if Raven likes steak, you'll now know she does.
I love meat. Screw you, vegans!
Are you done?
What? Yeah.
Pickleman for $2. Spoil a woman like Raven or get a man like Master. I'm okay with that. Thank you. We have Timon Meteor Herald for $1.49.
Is that a rand? Is that rand?
I don't know. Let me see what the super sticker is. It is a slice of cake. And let me see what it says. It says it is. I
feel like that's rand, which is South African currency.
Let's see.
Pretty sure the R is rand.
It doesn't show. Really?
Well, that's stupid.
Why is it not showing? Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Don't know why it didn't show. It not that it doesn't show. It doesn't show on the back end that will translate it to US dollars.
In the comments, he just said it's from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay.
It's Brazilian.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hello, Brazil.
Janice with been a member for 2 months. Yom Huledet Sameach Raven. I really hope that comes across correctly. Refuah Shlema, if you still need it as well, Master. And a Freilichem Chanukah. Well, thank you so much. And nobody has any idea what he just said, but basically he said happy birthday, and he said I should recover, and he said that happy Hanukkah, basically.
Toda Rabah.
Lahitrot. No, that's from...
What?
I guess that doesn't really work, does it?
No, I don't even know what you said.
It's what my Ivrit teacher used to say to me.
I still don't understand the language.
I think Lahitrot means goodbye, so that kind of works, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'm really terrible at this.
Me too.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys.
That's the only foreign language that both of us ever learned. And I'm
not going to sugarcoat it, guys. I'm not good at speaking Hebrew. I can understand it, but I'm not good at speaking it.
Same. I can read it okay, but with difficulty. Nakudos are hard.
Okay. We have a. Let's see. It's an
100 pounds. Seriously?
It's 100. Well, it's one. I don't know how to say it. It's 100 pounds super chat, but it translates to $126.17. Super chat from Stormborn. Happy birthday, Raven! Wishing you both a lovely Christmas. Well, thank you so much for that. Hanukkah, Christmas doesn't matter. Everybody can celebrate what they want.
They both start at the same time.
Yep, but because this is a bigger chat, do we want to do a clip, honey?
Sure.
What do you want?
The Beetlejuice one.
I knew you would.
That's the stuffings out of those ugly old piggybacks they are! Come on, kids, give me all your money. It's for a good cause. Me! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
Thank you so much for that. Bjorn Thor Gundisman for...
It's the Icelandic currency.
Icelandic currency, which is $5.41. Super chat. You said there was a topic we were going to cover, but decided against it because it's gross and didn't elaborate on it further. Yes, it's the Harley Quinn fart comic. We're not talking about it. It's gross.
We are not doing that.
This actually exists. Yes.
Look it up for yourselves. We are not talking about it.
I'm already mentally scarred enough. I don't need more. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Janice for $10 super chat. Happy birthday gift / Hanukkah gift. And here, Ravens, screw the vegans, steak for the win. As for Hebrew, the only tool I get to use it with, so I'm getting mileage out of it. Well, at least we can understand it. That's the best part. But thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we're caught up.
Is that all the chats?
I think so. Everybody, someone says clipped. I don't know what was clipped.
Because you said, I think what the part about me saying that you're always right.
That's hilarious. I'm going to post it later and laugh. I honestly don't blame you for not discussing it. Is it a scratch and sniff? Oh my God, that'd be so awful.
What?
Please tell me it's not.
You're joking, right?
I really hope it's not, because I'm even more happy. That was Raven saying I like meat.
People are going to take that out of context, aren't they?
This is the internet. They're going to take everything out of context.
Fair point.
Are you serious? It is a scratch and sniff comic.
What the bleep?
What in the world is wrong with people?
Everything. For the record, when I talk about liking meat, I mean the edible meat. Red meat, steak, burgers, the works.
That's going to get clipped too. You got to stop talking now.
Fudge. I also like fudge.
I can't.
I like food, okay? I like my food. I like my chocolate. I like my potatoes.
Here's my reactions when finding out it's a scratch and sniff comic, okay?
Great Scott.
Nope. It's the summoning one. I wanna... That's my reaction.
I want to die.
Yep.
Okay, let's get into our first topic.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Turning that
How many
on.
people do we have watching?
57. It's not surprising. It's a bit of a different
I know, but hi 57 people who decided to join us on my birthday. Please
and
tell
the rest
more
who
people
didn't.
to come please tell more people to come celebrate with us. I want
And
this to
the
be a good
rest who
stream.
did. And the rest who didn't, or everybody here is judging you when you're watching it later. Let's just here. Stare at them through the screen, honey.
Stare.
The stare of judgment. You're being judged for watching late. There. Okay. Okay. Let's go into the next topic, or their first topic, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, they changed the layout of the studio just slightly. So it's a little taking some getting used to, but we'll go into our first topic right now. people are mixed. Their concerns are vast.
Wondering if this new Superman can truly last.
Hope flickers bright, yet doubts persist.
Can this hero's legacy truly exist?
Yeah. So, we got a Superman trailer. James Gunn's Superman reboot trailer. And, I mean...
It does look good.
For the most part, it was okay.
It looks good. It looks like Superman. But personally, I am upset that it looks good. Because I really wish it were still Henry Cavill in the role of Superman.
For me, I obviously saw the Guy Gardner at the top left corner and made a post on Twitter about how he reminded me of Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, and a bunch of people didn't get it and got angry, which made me laugh. But the thing is, there was nothing in the trailer that really made me go, I hate this. But there was nothing in the trailer that really made me go, I like this either. It was just kind of like, okay. Now, I will say, and I know this was put in there specifically for this reason, but I did like Crypto.
Yeah, Crypto was cute.
I liked him. I don't think he's necessary for the movie, but what do I know? I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've read a bunch of Superman comics. I've read a bunch of Batman comics and all of the works, but I am much more a fan of the Marvel comics. And there's a big reason. There's a big reason, okay? Because now the Marvel comics recently suck, but the reason I like Marvel comics at least is because if you pick up a comic and it happens to be like in middle of an arc or something like that, it explains it to you on the comic. It explains it in a tiny little blurb right before you go. So you can actually understand what you're reading. When it comes to DC comics, it's like, oh, you didn't pick up every single other comic in this run. You have no clue what's going on. Enjoy.
Yeah, pretty much. I really don't like it when they do that.
Yeah. So I'm not a gigantic fan of DC comics and stuff like that. So I was already kind of meh on this. This did nothing to change my opinion. I was just kind of like, okay. I will say, I think the Lex Luthor looks awful.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult, not a great choice. He was great in Renfield. As Lex Luthor, not a good choice.
Yeah, I don't... look, I'll just say it this way. I don't think there's anything in this that made me go like, oh my god, it's that. It was just kind of like, well, Superman's kissing Lois. I like that. You know, he's saving people. I like that. Don't care about this stuff. Don't care about that stuff. And there we go. That's pretty much... That was my reaction to the trailer. It was kind of like, eh.
I was also just wondering why he and Lois were having a romantic moment while there was something attacking the city outside and he wasn't doing anything about it. Did nobody else notice that?
We don't know what was going on.
No, did no one else notice that? How he was just completely nonchalant about a threat happening right outside his window.
Yeah,
no
look,
one?
I personally, I'll be honest, I think this is going to have to be like a smash hit to actually make money and actually do a good job. And
yeah.
I just don't... I'm sorry. I didn't really care to begin with because, again, I like Superman. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I just don't like DC Comics as much, so I don't read as many of them. So for me, I'm looking at it, I'm seeing things I recognize, and I'm kind of like, I mean, I saw Man of Steel. I did not like it. And it's not because I'm not a Snyder fan. Or I just didn't like it. Okay?
No, that's only because with Man of Steel, they were trying to go in the direction of the Dark Knight trilogy, which was dark and gritty, which the director didn't realize doesn't actually work for Superman. So basically the entire story and theme of Man of Steel was very out of place for the character. That's why people don't like it.
That's one of the many reasons people don't like it, but I personally, like, look, could this be good? Absolutely it could be. Maybe it will be. But for me, this is not enough to sell me. A trailer needs to sell me on the story, needs to make me interested. And what I just kind of felt this trailer was, and I'm going to be blunt, it was cameo. Let's shove everything we can in to hopefully get people to like one or two things that are in here so they come watch the movie. And I'm sorry, those don't do it for me anymore.
Yeah. Also, I can't get past Guy Gardner's haircut. It looks so dumb. It's just too dumb. He looks ridiculous. So what if it's early comic accurate? He looks terrible.
I just think that there's nothing really going on here that makes me interested, and nothing that sells me on it. If they had given me a little bit more story, maybe they could have sold me on it. I don't know, but I didn't really. Nothing in here made me think I like this. I don't care about cameos anymore. I need it to be something that actually makes me invested in the story. You can't just do cameos and that's it. It doesn't work anymore. It maybe did in the past where it was MCU and everybody loved everything was going on, but it doesn't work anymore.
Nope. And so I don't know what to think about this movie, honestly. I guess the only highlight was the dog.
This movie is a wait and see. And to be fair, I'm not really even that interested in it. So it would actually have to take like a lot to convince me to come see this. Like if a couple people go see it and say it's like really good, people I trust, I might be willing to go see it. But otherwise, like I have zero interest.
Well, one thing I can tell you about the trailer that I discovered today is that most of the footage from the trailer is all from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Look, we'll see. There'll be more trailers. There'll be more information that comes out. Let's see what happens. But honestly, you need to sell me on this. It's not just a superhero movie and I'm going to go see it. No, you have to sell me on this now. If you're not going to sell me on it, I'm not interested.
Pretty much.
Point blank. Sell me on the story, not the cameos. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. That's a good place to stop.
Yep.
And people are saying that I was roboting. I'm sorry. I realized last minute that I forgot to plug into the so
I figured.
I'm sorry. It made my screen reload for a moment, so I'm worried that it's not going to end up having the recording.
It'll be fine. And let's see. I can check the recording. It still says it's uploading, so it's good.
Okay.
And anybody who heard it kind of like robot, just keep in mind, it's not really a big issue because if you watch the individual video later, which will be one, even if it's we don't celebrate Christmas, so for us it's still a regular day, which will be kind of a day off for us. But I'll still be putting out videos. I don't expect them to do as well because again, it is a holiday, which is fair. And I hope you all spend it with your families and enjoy. But for us, we're just going to still put these things out. So if you really want to hear everything and you don't want to hear the robotic stuff, you can do that. Apologies. Our internet is as good as it's going to get. I'll be honest.
Hey, it's a lot better than it used to be.
Everything used to buffer before we changed. Everything.
Literally everything.
YouTube,
was
everything used to buffer. Now we have a little robot here and there. I'll take it.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
It's so much better. All right,
So
let's get into chats. 5 minutes?
Yes, 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the first of the media therapies.
All right. And are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Me get.
We have Uncle Gus's stare of judgment. We have it's for April Fools, but I guess if you're gonna make fart jokes, you might as well follow through. I don't care if it's for April Fools. It's weird. Sorry, there are much better things you could do for April Fools.
You think?
I love you to keep talking about the comic you don't want to talk about.
Fair.
Fine. The hairstyle kills me.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Fester's wig, Nepo Puppy, and Agent 47.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The trailer was meh. Hitman makes an appearance. You know what? That actually works. Oh my god. Am I wrong, honey?
No.
He looks like the Hitman.
You're right. But with hair.
Hitman with him. Don't make him Lex Luthor. Crypto's lame idea. We'll see. I think honestly they're doing it for like a cute look. We have a cute animal in this. Please come.
Cute animals are cute.
It does work. for some people. It's just not for me. Henry was the best Superman next to Christopher Reeve. I think Henry had the best look for it. I think the script for his movie was not as good as it could have been. And so I would have liked to have seen him come back in like a more hopeful Superman vibe. Like if this movie had sorry, not Christopher Reeve, unfortunately he's gone. If this movie had Henry Cavill in it, I might be more interested. Just simply
I
because
know I would be more interested.
he cares.
Yeah, I know I would be more interested if it were Henry Cavill is still in the role. That's why I'm upset that I thought the trailer looked good.
Dave Murray says opening with Soup taking a beating was so wrong. I agree and I disagree, and I'll explain why. I think the comments he made about it being like the state of our country now was stupid. Okay. I think opening it with something like that to kind of make like suspense or something could be powerful. I think the problem is there's nothing established. So, for example, with Avengers Endgame, right? If I recall correctly, they started off with Tony being like stuck in space, right? And then they moved from there. If I'm recalling correctly, I could be completely misremembering. But
I think you're thinking Final Space.
No. I'm talking about the Avengers Endgame where Tony Stark is stuck in a spaceship looking at his Iron Man helmet. And talking.
Yeah, that.
That was like showing him being like broken down, but they had things established to make me invested. There's nothing to invest me in this character. If they had already had another movie and then they started this way, it would have been a lot more impactful because there would have been a reason to be invested. Why is he hurt? Oh my gosh. We don't even know the Superman's abilities at all. We only know that they're basing off Superman. We don't know anything else. So
apparently,
for all we
James
know,
Gunn said he wanted that scene to be Superman representing the current state of America. Maybe I heard wrong, but that is something I heard.
No, that's exactly right. I think, again, that was a stupid comment to make, and I think it could have worked if it was an established base of work. Right now, in the new DCU, the only thing we have is Creature Commandos, and that's not establishing anything. You need to make me invested in the character to pull that off. So for Endgame, it worked because Tony was a character people had invested emotions in. This is not. You need to sell me on this Superman, not the circumstances. So I think what this trailer should have focused on was less about trying to make cameos, and it should have focused more on showing Superman saving people and doing things. Make me like the Superman. Sell me on him.
What he said.
Like, that's what I think. I think that would have worked then. Crypto is definitely a bold choice. I think Gunn's going to use him to get sentimental points by making him the goodest boy. Yeah,
Watch
that's
how
what
he
I
dies.
think.
Blood
What?
shows up very well in white fur. Watch how he dies.
Be nice. Behave.
I like dogs, but I'm just saying, if you want to get the sentimental value, you kill the dog.
Now, you know
It
what?
worked for John Wick.
Keeping that in mind, though, okay, this is going to be terrible. Okay. Now, he could, and I think this is a bad idea, but he could be going to use it to a motivation for Superman. Like, have Crypto die and like he goes all out because of that.
Basically John Wick him.
Yeah, I don't see that, but if they did do it, it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
There's the timer.
Okay, let's see if we can quickly look at it one more. Soup's disconnected from the world he's supposed to protect. Yep. Agree with how much it costs to go to theater, how it's quick it shows digital. It needs to better be a good movie. Yep, exactly. Sorry, guys, we're gonna have to just move on. I really no killing doggy. Final Space. People were like that. We referenced that.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. But looks like it's starting to become pay to win, guys. Sorry. We'll get to the comments and we'll move on because we are on a schedule a little more today for other things. So let's get into it. Pickleman for $5 from someone who was raised Catholic. I wish you both a bright, happy 8 nights of Hanukkah. Here's to a wonderful 2025 for you two bright lights. Well, thank you.
Why, thank you. I'm not a bright light. I'm a dark light. There's a difference.
Well, no. Think about it. you can only be a shadow if there's light that casts it.
True. I am the moonlight after all.
I will show you the light.
No!
Shining, shimmering, splendor.
No. Stop it. That song is so overrated.
A whole new hug. No? Each candle's a different point of view. I don't remember the rest of the words. I don't know the song. But I guess I am a Jew.
Let's move on.
Okay. Don't ask why I did that. Master Goa for $5. Happy birthday, Raven, and happy Hanukkah. Please look into the indie game Trail Out. It's a fun arcade racer with enough explosions to satisfy Michael Bay.
Interesting. I like explosions. Is there bloodshed? Do people die? Is there gore?
We'll see.
You should have been kidding me right there.
I don't really care. Thank you so much for that. No, thank you. We care about your super chat. Thank you for that, but I didn't care about the comment.
Yeah.
We have another $5 super chat from Cesario JPN. Says Crypto need to be a Great Dane or King Corso. Also, what part of the DSM-5 does the writer of Harley Quinn fart comic fall under? I'm gonna refrain from
Padded
commenting.
I'm gonna say the padded cells.
I would assume it would fall under a classification, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on, and we're not addressing it anymore. Okay? There is a classification under like sexual dysfunctions for fetishes, so that's where they probably would go. Just saying.
You heard it here, folks.
I don't remember the classification, and quite frankly, I don't want to remember the classification. That's what the book is there for.
I have the DSM-5 right in front of me. I can look for it.
No.
Fine.
We're good.
Okay.
We're not talking about it anymore.
Okay.
Macy Van Dansen for $2. Got it go now. You all have a fun night. Thank you for coming, Macy, and thank you for your super chats. We appreciate it.
Have a good night.
And Proctofile for $2 for sure. The dog is going to get hurt real bad. We'll see. Superman Wick.
I'm calling it. The dog is going to die.
Wait, when did this turn into a musical? Because I decided to. Masters Raven Lights. Everybody. Oh, Peter Bankman fan says happy Hanukkah, happy birthday, Raven. I think that's all we got. Oh, yes, racers fly out of their car, catch on fire, get run over, and die.
Ooh.
Cool. Let's get a move on, though. We have to get to our next topics and stuff because we are on a limit.
Yes.
Okay.
Are on a schedule.
Which are we going to first?
In media therapy?
I think. Let me see. I think. Okay. So the first one is going to be the interview. Do we want to do that first?
I was thinking Stitch first.
Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do Stitch first, and we'll do the other one later. Okay, so we're gonna react to something from the live action Lilo and Stitch that was released recently, and we'll get to that. The layout is messing me up. We'll get to that right now. All right, so they released a teaser for the for the live action Lilo and Stitch that nobody asked for, but we're getting anyways. So we're gonna react to it, I guess.
Yep. Go for it. Those arms were so fake.
Okay.
Also, how is it not yet rated if you already have a release date?
Is it weird that I just feel nothing?
No, I don't either.
I could just look at it and I go, okay.
It should have stayed a cartoon.
Like, I don't care. Like, am I supposed to like this? Am I supposed to get interested? I don't care. I love Lilo and Stitch. I love that. I love all the movies. I love the show. Was great. Didn't think they needed to end it. Don't know why we're getting this. Don't need it.
I don't know. I mean, they have found a very good voice impersonator for Stitch, at least.
I don't get it. Like, is this
your Stitch voice is better?
Oh, so cute and fluffy.
I said.
There you go.
They should have just hired you for the voice.
Yeah, will never hire me for anything. But like I'd like indifferent. I just don't care. Wait.
What?
Someone just pointed out in the chat. Doesn't Stitch hate water?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh my God, you're right.
So he just died.
Swimming.
He just died now. He's dead. We're looking at a ghost of Stitch.
It's the ghost of Stitch.
Ooh, he's got a ghost. Okay, I really don't care. Just like, that's it. We're gonna move it on. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
We should have reacted to Megatron.
You're right.
That was
well.
such a waste.
You mean
That was so
Grimlock?
bad. No, Megatron.
Right, Grimlock is too old.
I hate woke Disney no matter how cute this thing is. Fair. Video game arms. Yep.
Am I wrong?
Burke Princess. Brunch. Why did I say Burke? God. Brunch Princess. Sorry for butchering your name immediately.
Sorry, I also read it first as Baruch.
Evening patients and therapists. First time catching a stream. Happy birthday, Raven. Looks like we share a birthday the same day. Well,
happy birthday to you too. May it be a good one.
Russ does Stitch hate water. Yep, he does. He does. Whoops.
I completely forgot about that.
Big Outlaw says those who do not have creativity make fan fiction. Fair.
I have creativity and I also make fan fiction. But that's
He's
just because I'm good.
They EF'd it by the second teaser. It's a new record. That's hilarious. They literally don't even know their own lore. He literally dies in water. Like, he doesn't die in water, but he can't swim.
Yeah.
He cannot swim.
Doesn't it also mess with his DNA or something?
It doesn't. I'm pretty sure. I forget. It's been a while since I watched it, but I know for a fact.
Because I remember what I remember in the show was the way they woke up all the other experiments, all of his siblings,
with water to rehydrate them.
Was with water, and I'm pretty sure that putting water on them again reversed it, didn't it?
No, I don't think that's how it works.
I don't remember. It's been too long.
It definitely know he was afraid of it, so that's kind of funny. The vagrancy horse. So I want to stop by and wish Miss Raven a happy birthday. I would stick around, but sadly I'm at work. That's okay. We get it. We went live on a different time anyways. Specifically, normally we go later in the day so more people can come.
But because we have dinner reservations, we had to do it earlier.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming, Vagrancy Horror, and congrats on 1,000 subs.
Yeah, congrats. Cesario JPN says, I got to see part of the live action Lilo and Stitch filming in Hawaii this summer. Let's say the casting choices, if I got the character actor associations right, were bad, like not even close.
Oh, dear.
That's not fun.
We have a witness.
Servant of God 777 says, of course they forgot about Stitch not being able to swim. Of course they didn't. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I always how do I pronounce it?
Aini Play?
Hi. I know she speaks Spanish. So
Hello.
We're probably butchering her name. I really apologize.
We do apologize, and we also apologize if you have no idea what we're saying.
But no, thank you for coming by. She's always been great about covering stuff and whatever. Really great. Is that why you had the floaties? I mean, but like it would make more sense if he was like crying to climb on the hands, like not don't let go, and then he fell. You know, that'd be kind of funny. Stitch dies from water. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. All right, let's get on to the next topic here that we have. I even forget what our second topic is.
I think it was the mummy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. All right, guys. Let me do this quickly. We'll get into our next topic right now. Lee Cronin directs with a modern twist.
A new mummy tale too haunting to resist.
Set for 2026, it aims to surprise.
With Atomic and Bloomhouse behind its reprise. This is either going to be really good or really bad, and I'm leaning towards really bad.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say what everybody's thinking. No Brendan Fraser, no mummy.
Pretty much. The only thing Lee Cronin is really known for is Evil Dead Rises.
And that didn't even do that well.
And yeah, it got a 6.5 on IMDb.
So
Also, he looks like a dork.
Don't be mean. But look, I'll be honest here. I like The Mummy. I like the second one with Brendan Fraser. They tried to make a third one, and it was awful. And I put it this way. A movie has to be very, very bad for me to just turn it off. And I turned The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I turned off.
I thought it was the Scorpion King.
Nope, that's the second one. There's a third one that involves Brendan Fraser. I think Brendan Fraser is in it. I don't know if whatever. It's like about his son. It's so bad. It's so unbelievably bad. I just turned it off.
Yeah, it does take a lot for you to turn off a film.
I get what they were trying to do, and it worked. It would have worked if it was competent, which it was not. And then they tried to reboot it with Tom Cruise, and nobody cared. I haven't seen it, and quite frankly, I don't have any reason to see it.
I watched the Cinema Sins roast it, and the roast was good.
Like, look, I get it. They want like a dark universe, and maybe this is what they're trying to lead into. But I honestly think that they should have done what you should have done. Brendan Fraser is back in acting. Get him to come back and do one that just picks up after the second one, or do like a reboot. You could.
Mm-hmm. Even if he's just a cameo. People will show up for Brendan Fraser.
But honestly, I don't really think that we need it. I think that we don't need a reboot of The Mummy. You tried to reboot it and it didn't do well with Tom Cruise in the role. And if you did Brendan Fraser, I think that might actually pull in some, people.
Mm-hmm. As I
but
said,
otherwise, like, I don't have an interest in this. Obviously, if it turns out to be good, we'll address that. But I don't think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think it will.
You know what would be? Here's an idea. Here's a crazy idea I just thought of. Okay.
Tell.
Bloomhouse, Atomic, if you're listening, which I doubt. Okay. Fire this guy. Hire me for my idea. Want to hear it?
What is your idea, love?
The movie starts with like showing like a pyramid, and telling about the story of the mummy from the first two Brendan Fraser movies. Right? I forget his dang name. But you see like what it is, like it's like a pit, like in the second movie they have like they were digging him up, like they're digging up stuff, whatever, and they find who they think is the mummy. And you're like, oh, this again, right? And they go to revive it, and it turns out to be Brendan Fraser.
Dun dun dun!
And he was somehow, people are saying Imhotep, but that's who it was. But basically, it turns out to be Brendan Fraser, and somehow he's been mummified, and he is the mummy now. And he's not evil, but everybody freaks out because he's a mummy, right? And so it would be really cool to have mummy versus mummy, like Imhotep actually comes back again or something like that. But Brendan Fraser is now the mummy, and we have to figure out what the heck happened.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to write that.
It would be a more interesting twist that I think would get people to come in and actually watch it. I'm not saying it would work perfectly.
Hire us, movie studios. We can do your job better than you.
But yeah, I think it's worth a try. It would be interesting because again, it would be like a twist. It would be like, oh, you think it's Imhotep again? You're like, God, and then suddenly it's like, no, it's not Imhotep. It's Brendan Fraser. And here's a great idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and Emotep is alive. They bump into him. He's alive, and he's human now.
Ooh.
And the whole thing is
are you
Emotep
talking-
has
are you talking
somehow
like they switched places?
like they switched places. Yes. So now Brendan
yes,
Fraser
yes,
is
yes,
the mummy,
yes,
and
yes.
Emotep is the human. That would be hilarious. That'd be interesting. They'll
That-
never do it.
Amazing. Of course, they're never going to do it because they're not nearly that clever.
It would be so cool. I would love it. It would be really, really cool because it'd be like, I'm not a mummy. I put down the mummies. What is this? You know?
Yeah. In that typical Brendan Fraser way.
But yeah, we're never going to get that. It's never going to get this. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know, but I am not
doubt it.
holding out hopes for this.
Nope, not at all. I have no hope for this at all.
Yeah, I have very little hopes.
This is an obscure director that I've never heard of until I looked him up on the internet and found out he's in only one of his movies I actually recognized. I have no hope.
There are ways you could continue the Mummy franchise. I think there is no Mummy franchise without Brendan Fraser because he just became iconic with the franchise. And again, I'm not saying things would fall in line to make a continuation of that. And I think that the third movie was terrible, as I said. But I don't know. I don't think we need a Mummy reboot. I think some things are best left buried, embalmed in a sarcophagus, in a pyramid. Close the door, steal it, don't open it.
Unless you invoke the curse.
No, let it die. The curse of bad movie. Ooh.
The curse of bad movies has been upon us for the past, decade?
Yes, so maybe it's time to close the tombs and leave the movies that are dead. Stop making them reanimated.
If only they could, darling. If only they could. They're too greedy. That's why they keep digging through the pharaoh treasures.
Yes, and they keep getting cursed to go, why are we dying and suffering horribly? It must be the fans' fault.
Idiots. I think that's a really good place to end.
Yep.
You say something?
I said, ugh. No more Mummy remakes that they can't buy them in. That's fair. Devastator says, howdy, everyone.
Hello.
Casual Chaos says, Ave Dominus Knock.
Ave. Hey, Casual Chaos.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Ave Dominus Nox.
Good.
Bloodlust.
Be good. Looking for
The star one?
I leave the mummy alone. I'm waiting till a trailer, but no Brendan, no mummy. Yes, no Brendan Fraser, no mummy. I second that. Tom Cruise money flopped. And you'd think with Tom Cruise in the main role, you'd think that they would actually potentially do well. But guess what? The Mummy itself was never what the franchise was built off of. Sorry.
Yeah.
I watched it because Jet Li was in it, but yeah, the third movie was meh. Meh? Okay. Meh movies are movies that I've actually watched through. I turned this one off because I could not follow it and thought it was so unbelievably bad that I couldn't follow it. And I was like, what is this? I'm not watching it. Brendan Fraser is in the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. It could have been a decent way of setting it up, but it was terrible. They tried to make a whole cinematic universe out of it. Very clearly a type of the World of Darkness, which was having a re-emergency at the time. Yeah.
And it failed.
Hello, happy Hanukkah. I'm not Jewish, but I respect that. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that would make sense. 10-minute intro cameo would bring the crowd. Yep. Emotep. Yep, thanks for that. That would suck Brendan Fraser's character. It would be an interesting dynamic. It would be like,
it would be a nice twist.
It wouldn't be like, oh, we just found another mummy. It'd be like, oh, no. Brendan Fraser is the mummy now, and Emotep is somehow alive, and so it's the final confrontation, the final confrontation. It's like, oh, somehow he's alive. I'm the mummy now. So does that mean I need to be put down? What do I do? I'm immortal. Oh, but also I don't want to be a mummy. You know, like,
yeah.
Master to make the reboot will never happen. Did you ever see the Mummy cartoon? It took place around the second movie. I did not see that.
I didn't even know it had a
Never mind.
cartoon. Please point me in the direction of this.
The guy who played Imochek definitely needs to return as well. That would be good. People are saying they won't do it. We know this. We know this. They're never going to do this. But I'm just suggesting a way that it could work. Sounds pretty awesome. Doesn't matter if he's aged because he'd be doing voice for most of it. Exactly. And it would make sense if he's aged at the end of it because it could be like how many years later? Like how long he's been there. Then you could potentially do a spin-off movie of that if you wanted to with like his son. Maybe his son is the one who digs him up. I don't know. You could work it out. But you know what? The best way of fixing this problem is the simplest one. Don't do it.
Pretty much.
Full reversal of the roles. It won't be done because it makes too much sense. I'm not a mummy. I'm a real boy.
Did you have to do Pinocchio in your Mickey voice?
Yes. For some reason. Don't ask questions. Just give me money. I'm sad they didn't get Rachel back as Eve. Yeah, that was terrible. In the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, they didn't even get back the woman.
That's dumb.
They recast her.
That's stupid.
Yes, it was terrible. It was terrible. I want my mummy, but not a step mummy. But
Are you my mummy? No?
We did another Black Monster. Yeah, they haven't done a Creature from the Black Lagoon. I guarantee there's a good one they could make that.
I mean, we're getting Nosferatu again after 100 years, but not the Creature from the Black Lagoon?
When are we getting a Creature from the Black Lagoon? And when I say when, I'm not suggesting that one randomly pop up. I am suggesting that someone competent make one.
There's no one left who's competent in Hollywood.
But again, that would make sense. Hollywood has no constants they're aware of. Let the mummy die again. How did you feel about the original Mummy from the 30s? I haven't seen it. What part of Dragon did you stop with? Like, there was some sort of like sub-romance, if I recall, with like the son and like one of the mummies, and it was just... Yes, that was a thing from what I recall. Do not hold your breath. Yep. I see what you did there. What was the reference you were making?
Are you my mummy?
Oh, I get that reference too. The cartoon came out sometime after the second movie. I can find it to let you know. Well, please do. If you guys don't know already,
show us in a DM
or send it, or please come join our Discord. And
yes.
Oh, it looks like the Proctophiles already sent us the mummy, the quest for the lost scrolls. Interesting. Okay.
Are they the Dead Sea Scrolls?
I have to look into that. That looks like actually something worth watching. But okay. I think we're good there, right?
Yeah. You never got to that starred comment you saved, though.
Oh. And the Proctophile for $5 super chat. For those who love the original movie, check out the books. There's a full series of fun adventures you can enjoy with all the characters you love. Oh, really, honey?
Ooh.
I need reading material.
I will try to find it.
Just don't do me a favor. Please just don't buy it immediately.
Sure. I've been getting better at that.
Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Thanks for the reminder. We'll have another person remind you too.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Hit the like button with all of your devotion, and your journey to the goth side will be complete.
Hey.
Make him read 40K? No.
You think I haven't tried?
It's not happening. I'm sorry. I have no time. I have no time and no interest. Okay. Let's get into the dislike. I can ban you.
Don't do that. That's
I'm
mean.
not going to, but I can. Palpatine. Yes.
That's just one of many voices he can do.
I can do many things, some that may be considered unnatural. Okay, let's get into, we have another media therapy. This one's going to be a bit longer, guys. We actually have a very interesting bit of media therapy for you guys. We have an interview from the person, Inaki Godoy, I believe his name is pronounced. I'm terrible with his name. Who's playing Monkey D. Luffy in the live-action One Piece. he actually learned Japanese so he could interview Ichiro Oda.
Which is awesome. And
So
commitment.
we are going to basically talk about, we're going to react to that. We haven't watched the full thing. I think it's a little bit long, but we're going to react to it and see what we think. So we'll get into that right now. All right, so we're going to react to this interview where the guy who plays Monkey D. Luffy in the live action One Piece is learned Japanese so he can interview Oda. I forget his name. I think it's Inaki Guroi. I probably mispronouncing it.
Let's just call him Luffy.
Yeah. Okay, let's go into the file. I think it's a little long. It's 3 minutes. Okay, so that's good. We're going to go into it. Okay, here we go.
Let's begin. Dude, that was impressive.
Wow, that
he spoke some very good Japanese.
That is incredible.
No, at the end went back to English, but damn, dude.
Yeah, but he apparently learned Japanese specifically so he could interview Oda. That's actually, it's not AI, it's not whatever. He actually took the time to learn it.
Yeah, wow. And we also got to learn a little bit of background on why Oda made Luffy. That was really nice to hear. Thank you, Oda-sama.
I think that's really, really well done. I think that, and I think actually we have a native Japanese speaker in the chat.
Well, yes, technically he does live in Japan.
Yeah, and he says that he understands this, which is what because some people might be might be in it, but he says he really did his homework. Okay, so apparently it's actually really good. So look, it looks.
He sounded almost like a native speaker to me.
Look, it could have been memorized for all we know, but regardless, I think it was great that he tried to meet Oda even halfway, and that's crazy. And that was a really nice interview, and I liked the energy the two of them had. And I'm looking forward to season 2. Hopefully, Netflix, please don't ruin it.
Honestly, the live action One Piece really was great, and I tried and as people might remember, I tried to get Master to watch the actual anime with me. It was too long and drawn out for his taste, but
I like it. I like it. The problem is there's just too much fluff for me. I need something to move, and if it doesn't move quick enough for me, I lose interest. Not because I need it to be that way. Some things that can do that well. It's just One Piece has a lot of fluff in it. It does.
Yeah, a lot of filler. When the live action happened, Master was a lot more engaged because things happened much more quickly.
Yes. So I'm actually looking forward to season 2. Hopefully it will be good. So
I was very impressed. Buggy was the best part.
Yeah, Buggy
that
was
actor
amazing.
they got for Buggy is fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop with that. Let's keep move on because we do have reservations for later.
Yep, I know. We still have time.
Yoda is amazing. No, you do not. Yoda, I am. Mine, or I help you not.
Honestly, his Mickey Mouse is the best.
Huh? What are you talking about? Just shut up and give me money. Respect. That's actually dope. Full respect for Luffy actor. Yeah. Finished One Piece live action last week. Came on cold as I'm not really an anime fan. Really enjoyed the show. Look, some people who were fans of One Piece didn't like the show, and that's totally fine. There were definitely issues with it. It was not perfect. But as far as an anime adaptation, we've gotten a lot of anime adaptations into live action, and I'm going to say
actually done well.
Out of all of them that I've seen or had the misfortune to hear about, this one seems to be one that, at least for the most part, does a decent job. I love some of the manga avatars, me too. It's Netflix. They're going to make any female characters done by Oda look uggo. We'll see.
They haven't done that with Nami.
Then again, the guy's an actor, so he's hard to memorize lines. Yeah, he could have memorized lines. You could be 100% right. But even then, having him memorize Japanese, when you don't speak it?
I mean, think about it. There are plenty of actors who will learn stuff just for a role. Like Jenna Ortega learned the cello for Wednesday.
Yeah, like put it this way. Let's imagine he didn't actually learn to speak Japanese and he just learned how to say those things. That's still pretty decent. I couldn't do it.
His pronunciation is still very spot on.
Yeah. Wow, he's respecting Naki for learning language. Yep. He's done very well for a year. Yep. That was really cool. His Japanese was okay for a foreigner. I love the live action so much. Languages are hard to learn, but Japanese are very difficult to learn. Yeah.
Try learning Hebrew.
How about reading the manga? It's on my to-do list.
I can rent it for you.
We'll see. Do Yoshi? I can't do Yoshi.
Yoshi!
It's not perfect, but this is the same company Netflix who did Cowboy Bebop live action. Yeah, compare the two.
Yu Yu Hakusho. I started reading the manga of that, and the manga is actually quite decent.
People don't even talk about that. Do you notice that?
Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah.
No, but did anybody know that there was
the anime, and the anime was terrible. But when I discovered that our local library had the first 3 volumes of the manga, I decided to pick those up and read them, and I actually enjoyed the manga.
But does anybody know that actually Netflix did a live action Yu Yu Hakusho series, and it was talked about for like a day, and then no one ever talked about it again?
Probably because it was so bad.
I saw him getting hit by the car, and I laughed so hard I fell over.
In the cartoon or the live action?
In the live action, it was so bad. He like rolled. It was so stupid. They like tried to make it more realistic, and they failed so badly it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
There was a live action Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, I'm
on
sorry
Netflix,
you had to find out.
and it's still there.
It's still there. You can go watch all the cringe. Enjoy. The anime is better. Yes, it is. We repressed those memories. Now they're back.
You're welcome.
All right. I think we're going to get on to our last topic and then the diagnosis. We're actually making some pretty great time. But we have a super chat from Pope Metallicus for $10. You have no interest in fighting the forces of evil in the name of the good emperor, of the God Emperor.
God.
I'm going to be honest. It's not that I don't think it would be interesting to me. It's just I don't have time. Okay. I've gotten into a lot of different things, and honestly, there's just so much lore in Warhammer. It was never something that interested me. I'm sure I could get interested into it, but the last thing I got like really invested in was Yu-Gi-Oh, and that ended up really badly. So,
if you do try, Warhammer has over 300 books in print.
And that's exactly why I don't want to read it.
But you would have a lot of reading material for Shabbos and holidays.
And that's why I don't want to read it.
Why? You always complain about not having enough to read.
I do not find the Warhammer universe or characters that interesting. That could change, but I just don't find them interesting. And that's just my opinion.
You need to find a character that you actually resonate with.
Honey, it's okay if I don't like a series. Guess what, though? Unlike other people, the fact that you like it, I think, is adorable. And I think that there are many people here, we joke around with it, nobody cares. But to be honest, you all are allowed to like what you want. If you guys like the Warhammer and you enjoy it, that's totally cool. I have no problems with that. And I even, I made our meme one, with the get the flamer, the heavy flamer, how to cure a Warhammer addiction. I made that. So I'm aware enough of it to make memes. I'm aware enough of it to understand most of the references, right? But at the same time, it doesn't appeal to me. And you know what? Maybe that will change someday. But right now, it just doesn't. And so that's it.
I guess that's fair. I mean, you could always just just paint the miniatures.
Or maybe I don't want to, because that would be a pain.
Or a paint.
Yeah,
no,
honey, read this.
Let's not bug Master about this anymore. It's not even that funny. He's entitled to what he likes or dislikes. I know. I just tried to get him into Warhammer because I wanted to introduce him to a franchise that hadn't been wokeified until it was.
Look, I've had many franchises that I liked that became wokeified and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, like I even had input on some of those franchises. Like one of my favorite franchises, and I'm not going to go into detail about this, but Don't Starve kind of became a bit wokeified.
Well, Don't Starve Together is definitely not the same game it used to be.
Yeah, but that's a whole different story. I've had some input on that. I've actually spoken with some of the devs for the game and stuff like that. So I'm more involved with the single player thing. But I personally just don't. There are certain things that I get into and then I get out of, and I'm not interested. It's just not my thing right now. The thing that I'm the most interested in, I would say, is probably Power World, and I cannot wait because tomorrow Faybreak update comes out, and that's gonna be awesome.
And there's also going to be a crossover with Terraria, and they've already shown.
And we're gonna get Meowmere. That's so cool.
Meowmere and Power World. He's looking forward to that. I think the Meowmere is a stupid weapon.
Yes, but you swing it, and
rainbow.
then the Nyan cat comes out. Meow, 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 meow.
That's why I think it's stupid. I hate rainbows.
A new powered update. Amazon buys the rights for Hammer.
Yes, I'm aware, but as I said last week, Secret Level Episode 5, the Warhammer 40k episode, was a very, very good episode. So, so the show might actually be good.
Honey.
Thank you! Finally, someone gets it!
But guess what, honey? I like Lord of the Rings.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You haven't read it.
I have read some of it.
When?
A while back. I don't find the books as interesting. I have watched the movies, and I do like the universe more than you.
Fair.
Asian Swordmaster 1 says, I didn't know there was a stream early today. Hi, everyone. Yeah, we're just doing it because Raven and I have reservations later at a fancy restaurant. So it's her birthday. So I'm obviously going to, take her out and, fine dining and stuff like that. So that's why we're doing it a bit earlier. Next week, it'll be back at our usual time. Okay, let's get into our last topic here. This one's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into that one. Hold on. Right now. Jared Leto as Skeletor has fans feeling bemused.
They wonder why he's cast when his past roles were confused.
Despite the backlash, studios still persist.
Hoping this time his performance won't miss. But knowing the curse of Jared Leto, it probably will.
Why is he getting work? Like, look. I've never met the guy, so I'm not going to judge him as a person. But his past couple roles have not been great. Sorry.
Nope. Yeah. I feel like most movies he's been in lately haven't been very good.
I don't see why we even... First off, I don't even see why we needed a Masters of the Universe movie. Don't think we need one.
Nope.
And if we're going to get one, why would you cast him as Skeletor?
Probably because of his Joker.
But that wasn't even a memorable Joker.
Nope. It was the worst Joker we ever had.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know of a lot of... I pay attention to the DC universe, at least in regards to Batman, right? Mm-hmm. I know of all the Jokers, there have been live-action Jokers. And Jared Leto, I keep forgetting, was even one.
Yeah, he was the tattooed one.
Yes! The bad Joker, the one that's universally told as the worst-looking Joker ever.
Mm-hmm. Hell, even at the Haunted Museum, someone mentioned how his Joker sucked.
Why are we having him as Skeletor? Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't understand why we need him as Skeletor.
I don't know why we need him in it at all. I don't know. Why do we need him in this at all?
Look, I'm sure there are roles that he could play. I'm sure there are. Okay. But why are we having him play roles of these kind of characters? What dirt does he have on people? And quite frankly, he hasn't done a good job.
Isn't he a cult leader?
What do you mean a cult leader?
I heard something about him being the leader of a cult. Maybe that's false. Maybe that's false news. But if he is, maybe that's what people are afraid of and why he keeps getting roles.
if it's not that he's actually in a cult and she's misremembering, it was meant in Minecraft. Clearly, the cult's in Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm probably not remembering right.
They're called the Morbin Times. But
I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I honestly just don't think we need a live action Masters of the Universe. I think we already got one, and it was cringe, but it's good cringe, and that's it. We don't need anything else. Netflix made enough of a mess of the Masters of the Universe, and quite frankly, I just don't see Jared Leto as the role. Now, here's the thing. This is going to be controversial, okay?
All right.
He has the right look.
Does he?
Think about it.
I suppose if you peel his face off.
No, think about the version of him from the reboot of the He-Man, the one that was like from the I forget we watched some of it.
You mean that old cartoon one from like the early 2000s?
Yes. Think of how his uncle looked.
Maybe.
He's got the right look for the character.
The whole point of Skeletor is that he doesn't have a face.
Yes, but put it this way: look at him on the right. If they were to make that look more skeletal, not as pointed, they could kind of make that work. I could see him getting the look correct.
Perhaps.
But I do not think he's the character at all.
No. He doesn't get the evil down right enough.
It's not even that. Everybody's going to make fun of this now. It's all going to be, it's skeleton time. It's He-Man time. Everybody's going to make fun of it.
No, it's skeleton time.
It's skeleton time.
I think you need to work on your Skeletor.
I don't really try. I'm sorry. I could not work on it, and I'd probably still be better casting. No offense. This is just a terrible casting. I don't see why anybody would do this. If this was meant to be controversial and get people angry, then you might have succeeded. But otherwise, I quite frankly don't think this is anything that anybody needs to talk about. And it's not great.
I imagine bigger He-Man fans than us are going to have words about it.
I'm imagining they're going to do CGI for Skeletor. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Now, I think
the big green tiger.
What they could do, Battle Cat. What they could do is they could make this action with practical effects, and I think that might redeem it slightly.
Perhaps, but it's Hollywood. They're going to go the CGI route.
Even if it's more expensive, we do CGI because we're lazy.
And we want to put our workers through hell.
By the power of Grayskull, may this be banished to the abyss and never return.
Oblivion. It's worse than the abyss. Things can return from the abyss. They cannot return from oblivion.
It's going to be Masters of the Universe, Morbius 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, just Hollywood, just stop. Stop. It's already dead.
Yeah, it is because it's a skeleton. But okay. I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what people are saying.
Again, why is people saying 21st birthday? I'm not 21, I'm 29.
It's 29.
I said last week I was turning 29. Did you not hear me?
Happy birthday, Raven. Maybe it's a joke.
Thank you. I don't know.
Happy birthday. Why?
Maybe.
Oh no, this won't go well. The Last of Us Universe was hopeless. Netflix ruined He-Man. Leto, hold my beer. More like Leto, it's Morbin time. He is the worst Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I saw people buy Jared Leto Joker Nendoroid figures. I guess people liked it. Maybe. So apparently he does have an island with his own cult on it, and he's in a certain church, and he's got a cult of fans behind his band. So he's in a cult infamously known for not knowing about the pandemic back in 2020. A bunch of people who came out of outing in the I have no idea.
I don't remember. I just remembered he was part of a cult.
Masters of the Universe, I don't think should be in live action. I don't think Masters of the Universe needs to be touched at all. I think that it was already damaged enough by the Netflix stuff.
Also,
and
hello,
I know
Riot Kitty.
I know some people liked it, but we don't need it. he goes full method as his face removed, I'm out. Unless he goes full face method removed, I'm out. Yeah, I don't think I even want to see this. I've read the synopsis for this. I've read the synopsis for this live action movie, and it sounds like garbage. Here, let me find it.
Okay.
You have some time.
Well, while you're doing that, I got to step out for a moment.
Yeah, this is going to be awful, okay? Okay, guys, do you want to hear this? You're going to love this, guys. Are you ready for the power of, oh my God, I hate this? Okay. This says that a Master Universe live action will be directed by Travis Knight. The film will follow 10-year-old Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and was separated from his magical power sword, the only link to his home on Eternia. After tracking it down almost 2 decades later, Prince Adam is whisked back across the space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor. But to defeat such a powerful villain, Prince Adam will first need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Sound good? Sound like anything that we'd ever want? Yeah, that's the synopsis for the 2026 Masters of the Universe film. Yeah. Again, this does not interest me. I look at it and I kind of go, meh. Like, no, here's the thing. If this was adapted correctly, I could see this being done well, okay? But no. You know what it reminds me of? It's going to be really weird. It reminds me almost of The Last Starfighter. Like, it's a very similar plot. If anybody's seen The Last Starfighter, it's got a lot of similar elements, at least to me, from reading it. That's what it reminds me of. Has anybody here seen The Last Starfighter? Because that would be really. No one seems to have seen it, but I think that's a pretty good movie. It reminds me of it. It's like at the end, he goes into space, he battles. It's like, you know, it sounds like The Last Starfighter combined with He-Man. Like, so just go watch The Last Starfighter. Just go watch it. Okay? If you haven't watched The Last Starfighter, go watch it. It's a really good movie. Go watch that. Go watch that movie. Don't watch this one. Come on, guys. This is dumb. This is dumb. This sounds terrible. Now, we could be wrong, and maybe it turns out to be good. But if it doesn't, it's not going to be okay. It's going to be bad. Like, it's either going to be bad or good. And there's no in between with this kind of one. Yeah, see, everybody's saying that they've heard of it or they've seen it. But it is. It does it not sound like the plot of The Last Starfighter? I wonder if other He-Man show will get a season 3. Ended with the reveal of Horrocks. I thought it might continue. I don't think they're continuing it. I think they already had it in the can, and I think they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to. I think they had planned potentially to do like a crossover between She-Ra and He-Man, from what I may have heard somewhere. Again, don't quote me on that. But yeah.
I'm back.
I'm already falling asleep from the description. I was reading the description and saying how it sounds like The Last Starfighter.
What's that again?
I forgot you haven't seen that yet on our list.
I haven't seen a lot of movies.
It's so okay. Who's to be saying the 90s Master Universe live action was cheesy? It was good. That's what I said. Okay. Sounds more like Flight of the Navigator, Last Starfighter to me. Those
Flight
are very similar.
Flight of the Navigator I have seen, but only because Master made me early on in our marriage. Or
It
was
was
it when we were dating?
good. It was great.
Oh, I ended up liking it. I remember. It was very cute. And then for a while, we had a joke about how I was the navigator when we were driving places.
navigator.
I ended up being a very bad navigator.
You're not doing it right. You are the navigator. You're not doing it.
I don't remember my line.
You are the navigator. Compliance.
Oh, right.
Why the navigator is awesome. I guarantee in the next couple of years we're going to see a reboot.
Yeah, probably. It's
But the
probably
last
also a
Starfighter-
movie they've completely forgotten about.
The last Starfighter was pretty good. Oh, I know, and no one talks about this, okay? There are two things out there that are really, really terrible that are still coming, okay?
What
You
are
want to
they?
hear this?
Sure. What are they?
Number one, there is a reboot-ish continuation of The Goonies coming out. It is going to be about, like, it's going to be a Disney product, and it is supposed to be, like, about kids filming, like, a documentary that's about the original movie, and they kind of end up going through it and whatever. It sounds awful, but it is an actual thing. It is an actual thing. It is a real thing. Okay? Let me see. Okay. So, I think, yeah, it's going to get a return. A new series follows a group of aspiring filmmakers who attempt to remake the beloved Richard Donner movie in a shoestring budget.
Yes, I remember this, and I have no interest. But that's probably because I've also never seen The Goonies.
Yes. But I
Yes,
will tell you
heard
guys,
me. Yes,
okay?
you heard me right, people. I have not seen The Goonies.
Yes, it's on the list. I have a bunch of things to show her. But I will tell you that the last news we got about the Goonies reboot was it was going to be called Our Time. And the last thing we got about it was from June 30th of 2023. So there hasn't been any updates since then. But with this in mind, that actually is a thing that Disney was doing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing that's going to upset some people, I am not as familiar with this. Okay? There is a Flash Gordon movie being made. There you go.
Who's that again?
It's a character a lot of people like. I personally don't know much about it. I just know that it's a thing and no one talks about it. Those are two things. So, yeah.
I've seen Spaceballs. Wookie be bad.
Is it
He hasn't. He refused.
Is it about LGBT? Here's the thing, probably. They're also rebooting. Nobody talks about this either. They're rebooting Escape to Witch Mountain, and they're making it into a TV series where Tia is going to be the main lead, and it's going to be about like the relationships in like high school. I kid you not.
About that.
They're actually doing this.
I forgot
for some
about that.
reason,
They deleted that from my brain.
They decided to do that. They're actually doing that. I forget. Let me see if I can find it.
I completely forgot about it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, what is it? What?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
What? Please share with the rest of us. What is happening?
Bryce Dallas Howard shares a disappointing update on her Witch Mountain TV series. It's not happening, which is disappointing. It was a really great group, and we really enjoyed our shooting it here in Toronto. Some things make it, and some things don't. That's the unfortunate truth of the industry. Thank you. There is a God. There is a God. There is a God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This was published August 25th of 2024. It is not happening. They filmed a pilot and it is not happening. It is not moving forward.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. There is a God. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I mean, we already knew there was a God. We're Jewish. We literally worship God.
I'm so glad. Oh,
Thank
God.
you, God.
The series was to star Howard as Audrey, whose teenage daughter, Tia, begins exhibiting strange mental abilities. It was also to star Lev Miller, A Wrinkle Time and whatever, written and executive produced by Star Trek Picard's Travis Fickett and Terry Matlass.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad they trashed it.
Let me see. Yeah, it was canceled, and guess what? Howard is staying busy both in front and behind the camera. She's directing episodes of the new Star Wars series, The Skeleton Crew.
That would explain why Skeletor Crew looks
Disney's
like...
Witch Mountain series will not be moving forward. Yay! Thank God there is a God. There is a God.
Simon
Thank
tofu,
you.
mazel tofu, simon tov.
Oh my God! It was so bad. It was so bad. Let me see what the description was. Oh, okay. Here was the plot for it. Okay.
All right.
Want to hear the
Brace
plot?
yourself, everybody, get ready for the bucket.
Series is a modern reinvention of the cult classic that takes place in the shadow of Witch Mountain, following Tutti Blower. Gravitz' Tia is a straight A student who's regarded by her classmates as perfect, though she regards herself as flawed. She's terrified of failure and is plagued by nightmares and fears that her late father's schizophrenia is starting to exhibit itself in her. Tia has hallucinations in which people around her step outside their living bodies and voice their deepest, darkest fears and desires and rages. Miller plays Ben, a troubled teen who makes ends meet by writing papers for other students, but he's got a hot temper, and if he slugs another student, he'll be expelled.
Huh? That makes no sense.
Well,
If
hold
he's
on.
writing
Ben is
papers-
best friends with Corey, his coworker at the diner. He recently made a troubling discovery about himself. He can force others in his vicinity to move according to his will, and there's something drawing him inexplicably into the direction of Tia.
Huh?
Howard stars as Audrey, Tia's devoted, loving mother. Her husband died from a mental illness. She tries to reassure a fretful Tia that she shows no signs of following her father's dark spiral, a warm mama bear type. But like everyone in this town, not everything is as it seems. Knotwood portrays Corey, Ben's closest friend, an outsider with tattoos. Corey is a very mature teen who comes across older than they are. They are one step away from expulsion and puts more care into looking like a My Chemical Romance song that became an anime fan. Corey works at the local diner alongside Bennett in his circle of trust, but does not appreciate when he tries to act as their protector. Kelly is Peter, Tia's closest male friend. Peter is lovesick on the subject of Tia, but she's unaware of his charms and equally unaware of his devotion. But when Tia expresses her concerns about the seemingly impossible things happening about them, she learns that Peter's observant, cautious nature might be an asset in figuring out the mystery around them.
Huh?
That is the synopsis of what we were going to get. Okay? That was what we were going to get. That was what we were going to get. We were going to get that. Okay? Tia,
What?
perfect, but she's flawed. Oh my God.
What? What the hell?
I'm so glad it's not moving forward. Thank God. I remember what I made about this. Can I find it? Can I find it? I know we're running out of time. Can
No,
I
we're
find
not.
this?
We're fine.
Do you remember the image I made when we talked about this in a video?
I believe so, but you're gonna have to remind me because I don't actually remember.
I found it.
Share it with the rest of us, darling.
No.
Put it on the screen. Breathe. Please do not choke on your laughter.
I can't believe I still have this. It's so good. I'm
Put it
sorry.
on the screen.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I make banger. This is such a good thing. This is so good.
He makes really good memes.
This is exactly what we would have gotten. Okay, this is what we would have gotten. Everybody's saying just breathe. You're gonna be laughing your butts off when you see this.
Ready? I forgot about this.
And yes, Those are the actual actors that would have been playing Tia and Ben or whatever his name is. So it's Mickey chasing them from the original, the original movie with like rainbow light coming from the bottom of his saucer.
And Mickey is in the saucer, if you can't tell.
What we would have gotten. I can't. I totally would have gotten this.
I completely forgot you made this.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it. It's like, they're running away. Mickey's coming. Huh? Children, you need to be woke now.
Yeah.
It's Mickey in a saucer. Huh? I'm coming for you. You'll never escape B-word mountain, huh?
Wow. I
But what's
forgot
cool-
about this. I completely forgot about this.
That I think that's the house on the hill from the original movie. I took it and put it there, and then I put the silhouettes of the running figures from the original movies, and I just put the background as stars, and I put them there, and I put Mickey with a saucer chasing after them. It was such a clever idea. And you know what's even cool?
What?
I literally took and made it where you see the font. I found the actual font from Escape to Witch Mountain, and I generated this in that font. Okay? So it is literally the exact same font.
Well done, my darling.
Coming. You'll never escape the gay kids, huh?
I love you.
Taste my rainbow.
I absolutely love you.
Okay. Everybody's laughing in the chat.
Good.
Embrace the gay kids, huh? Everybody loved it. Husband
Good.
dies on birthday. Doesn't sound any good. Everybody's talking about how they didn't understand why they were talking about the Mountain Below. They lost me at Modern. Ever seen Battle Galactica? I've seen a little bit.
I know my dad watched it.
Oh, and yes, there was a remake with Dwayne the Brain Johnson that was awful.
I remember Race to Witch Mountain. It was eh. Hey, but
More
at least
like
they had cameos from the original kids actors.
More like Disgrace from Witch Mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. We have to get into we're going to probably not have shorts because we won't have enough time. Let's get into our last thing here, our diagnosis of the week. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we have a super chat. $20 from Wookie Be Bad. Happy 21st birthday, Raven, even though it's 29th.
It's 29th. And he basically said,
You
You're
hide a
supposed-
woman's age, as I saw. Okay, sorry.
I
Don't mean to
don't
rush.
care.
We're trying-
No, it's not a woman's age you hide, it's their weight.
Okay, let's get
Duh.
into this quickly in case maybe we'll be able to end the stream in time so that we won't have to make shorts.
Okay.
No, we'll see. Okay, here we go.
Begin. And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is optimism bias.
Please explain.
Optimism bias is a cognitive bias that causes individuals to overestimate the likelihood of positive outcomes and underestimate the likelihood of negative ones, even in the face of repeated failures or evidence to the contrary. This bias often leads to unrealistic expectations and persistent attempts to achieve success despite past setbacks.
In relation to today's topics, in Superman, optimism bias is exemplified by studios believing James Gunn's vision will succeed where past attempts to modernize the character have failed to resonate with the audiences.
In The Mummy, optimism bias is exemplified by Lee Cronin's reboot as studios attempt to revive a franchise that has repeatedly failed to sustain interest despite multiple prior reboots.
And in Masters of the Universe, optimism bias is exemplified by the casting of Jared Leto as Skeletor, as producers overlook his divisive track record and expect this role to redeem his reputation and appeal to fans.
Yeah, and that's why we think this is an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I know we got a little off topic towards the end, guys. Thank you guys
That's
for being
fine.
here.
We're still under 2 hours.
Just about. Because Hollywood is full of them, but you should be aware of the truth. Yep. But
That's why
thanks
I
for
say
everyone
it.
being here. I know we stayed pretty much about we've stayed pretty much above 50 people. I know we were going to get a little bit less because it's the holidays and there's other streams going on at a different time.
And also because we did it earlier. I know.
Thanks everybody for being here, for celebrating with us.
Thank you for all the birthday wishes. It's much appreciated.
Yep. We love doing this. It's a lot of fun. We love hanging out with you guys. It'll be our usual time next week at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It was just this week. We're moving it because of the reservation.
Technically, next week will also be a Hanukkah special. Because I think it'll be during Hanukkah.
Maybe we'll do a Hanukkah special one. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do 8 different topics that lasted for extra hours. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Basically, I'm just saying maybe I can sing a Hanukkah song if we get a super chat goal.
Well, we'll figure it out. Okay. The Proctor File for $5 says, take care, folks. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Merry Unbirthday Master TS. Hope you all have a great time together tonight. Thank you so much.
Very happy unbirthday to you.
Anybody who's new here or who is not new here, you might want to stay till the end, though, because there's a really cool clip at the end just for everybody. I like saying that because it's fun. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week at our usual time. Thanks for being here and celebrating with us, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye!
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woes, a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Campaign shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm style, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendora of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, later,